That's all she deserved that day, bro.
That's what she deserved, man.
Give her what she deserves, bro.
Give her what she deserved, man. She deserved that good D, that top ramen. You know what I'm talking about? And that's what she deserved. Waka Flocka. You know, Waka Flocka is an interesting ass character, bro. He's just a nigga that's kind of like, you know, he tells the truth, but he tells it in a very unintricate way. You know, and I'm just fascinated by this nigga. Bro.
I like that. I like the methodology of keeping it simple. Shit, bro. You don't have to build nothing up like a building if you don't have to. If you can keep the structure small and still do what you have to do, I think keep doing it. Why make a superstructure out of, to build? Okay, I'm going nowhere with that.
You're going nowhere, but
going nowhere fast.
I was gonna say something.
That's the ENJ.
Do you know that is the ENJ?
I'm going to dead end.
Shout out to ADD for the Erica and Jamie track. Yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say that who Waka Flocka reminds me of. I may catch some flack for this. That nigga reminds me of when Busta Rhymes first came out and why people were so interested in Busta Rhymes. Because I had this dilemma recently. I'm trying to figure out what Busta Rhymes is trying to do with his career right now. I know he's kind of settled. He's probably got money till he dies and shit like that. But people were initially interested in Busta Rhymes for one reason only, bro. Because that nigga was just crazy, bro.
Yes,
He's
sir.
wild, man. Videos, songs. His lyricism is on point. It's not spectacular, but it's on point. But the thing that got us, the thing that, caught our attention was that Busta Rhymes was just woo-ha, bro. He was just all out there, bro. Like the Flavor in Your Ear remix. I mean, Biggie dominated the track, of course. But, Busta Rhymes comes on, he's just so random, bro. He's just crazy random, bro. Like top hat, you know what I'm saying? Just all up in the camera face. That's what people liked that about Busta Rhymes. And when he got older, that started to dwindle, especially when he cut the hair off. That dwindled, and now people just aren't really interested in you unless you're on a remix.
I mean, with
and
that,
it's like Waka Flocka Flame. Like Waka Flocka, he the nigga to get on track and just start yelling, bro.
I think it becomes an issue with Busta Rhymes if he was trying to force it, he was trying to force albums. Like he doesn't force the album down our throat. He just continues to make his money the way he has to make his money.
Right.
If it's through remixes, I think he accepts that until the climate changes enough for him to actually drop an album where people can accept it. Because right now the climate is not right for him to drop an album because the music is very, very different at this time. But hopefully, the reversal will happen eventually, which it will. Everything goes in a circle.
Yeah,
we go super electronic, then we'll go all the way back to sampling again. Then we go super electronic, then we go all the way back to sampling. So things will change eventually. It just takes, just a couple of people to make it.
I don't know about super electronic thing. I think Kanye is one of the leading factors in just incorporating the two and just really interpreting samples. Like these guys are excellent at what they do. What I do see hip hop going down the path is another thing I just wanted to talk about. It's this. I have a personal moral dilemma with this shit. It's like hipster rap, bro. Like straight backpacker. We want to be different for the sake of being different rap. I just don't like that, bro. I just don't like it. I don't like stuff with no purpose.
Making a stand today. All backpack rappers.
Not all backpack rappers. I'm talking about rap with no purpose. Like these people, they get on the mic and they have these really crazy beats. And I'm like, okay, this is innovative. And then when you meet them, like, so what are you all about? And they're like, oh, I'm just, I like to spew on the microphone. Like you're rapping about nothing. Like I'm not gonna mention any names, but there's a certain promotional group in Dallas, Texas that thinks that they run all the shit. And I saw a video with one of their female members, and she was like, yeah, we're about this, because everybody's this, I'm a this, you're a this, we're all it. And so what does it mean? We're all it. Okay, what does it mean? What's the central focus of your whole entire scope? What are you aiming for with your music? What are you trying to accomplish with your music? What is the point? What are your beliefs? What are you gonna put? What are you putting on wax? Do you believe what you're putting on wax? Those type of things, man. Not saying that everybody should have a purpose. Well, yeah, everybody should have a purpose. I'm sorry, everybody should have a clear purpose. Waka Flocka, I respect you, sir, because you have a purpose. You want to get this bitch jumping and bumping and crunk and go home at the end of the night drunk with money in your pocket.
But his purpose is to get money. You know,
his
so at the
purpose
end
is
of
to
the
get
day,
money.
it's just one of the things is that, you know, some people that do art actually look at it as art and they have a purpose to their art.
Exactly.
Some people that do art, they only look at it. They may respect it to a certain degree, but they don't look at it as being extremely artistic. They maybe just look at it as, well, I'm going to do it this way, and hey, that's how it's going to come out.
I'm going to see what happens.
I want to see what happens just because it's just something I'm able to do. They don't look at it as a gift. They don't look at it as anything else. But that's the genius of people that are at the top. The people that are at the top, they look at it as art, and they are at the top because they look at it that way. So there's nobody that's at the top that does not respect their artistry. I would definitely say that. Everybody else, they pretty much stay on lower levels until they start respecting their art, and then they'll start to move up. So it's all a learning lesson at the end of the day, though.
I don't respect that, though, because
I mean, you have to respect ignorance. Because that's just what life is about.
Slightly, but
if they can't find a purpose in life, that's just what it's about.
Hey, well, you know, a lot of people can't find a purpose in life.
You're right about that, but that's
damn
just
right about that.
That's what ain't that what life is about? It's about searching and finding that purpose.
Searching.
Speaking of that, you may want to look that up on SoundCloud. That is a pun intended.
Yeah, man. Glow Searching. It's a incredibly dope song. You should definitely check it out. But anyway, back to, I don't even know what we were talking about. What was the topic? But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about, I don't know. I respect some rappers in this game, but I just don't respect some. And I guess in the future when we meet these gentlemen, I don't know. I'm not introverted as much as I used to be, but I guess when I meet these people, I'm just gonna scope them out and just be like, so what are you about, man? What are you here for? You know,
I'm very, very, very.
I'm very critical. When it
very
comes to
extroverted. I am critical though. I would be critical if they willing to care about my criticism. But at the end of the day, I'm really only concerned with what we do because at the end of the day that's what makes us unique and that's what gives us that skew, that unique skew. Let's say if we was a product, that we have a unique skew because we do this kind of music and we have this kind of purpose, and people will hear that purpose in the music. It's not gonna be for no reason. Just like I said, people understand when they hear artistry within music, and they understand when they hear nothing in music. People not ignorant, but the ignorant will flock with ignorance, and
that will be the multitude.
Smart people.
That will be the multitude.
But that's all right though.
That's fine with me.
That's fine. But we have trigger songs like that. We can bring them over, rope them in. Rope a dope.
But you know what, man? That's another thing I wanted to get into. Like
uppercut to the throat.
I don't understand. I understand these. I understand these major labels because they're caught up in a bind. They're caught up in a place where, hey, you know, ignorance is selling right now. We have to capitalize on that to get the maximum gain. But I look at record labels like Stones Throw Records, and I look at people like, you know, Hot Out Productions with Substantial and Marcus Z. And these guys are living off of their craft. And they're living well. You don't have to pull in $100,000 a show. You know, you can just pull in, you know, $500 a show, and you can do 5 shows a month, and you can live, bro. Like, that's cool, bro. And you can make your music, you know. And these independent artists out here got it, you know, screwed up. They out here fucking with these major labels, and the major labels fucking up their music. And I digress on that, but. Like, if you're an artist, man, you can live off your artistry, man. It's just, you have to make the content. You have to be willing and be open to put in the work for it. And it'll eventually come to fruition for you. You know what I'm saying? Just have a foundation and just do it. Perfect example. I always bring up this nigga because this nigga is like the perfect example, bro. Danny. Like, no one knows this nigga. But the nigga has, like, Grammy-nominated albums. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas got mad cosign. They got cosign from Jay-Z like 2 months ago, bro. No one still didn't give a fuck about this nigga. I was like, are you serious, bro? Like, what the fuck? This nigga got a tattoo something on his forehead or something?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this to segue into the same point. Like, I don't listen to Danny neither. But I'm not saying he's not a bad artist or anything.
But I can say you can definitely live off your artistry. You don't have to be this, like, super mainstream poppy act. You know what I'm saying? Those guys eventually fizzle out and die. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, those guys have their shining moments. They reign for a little while, but eventually they fizzle out and die. Now, the people that stay on the bottom for a while and they gain their true hardcore fan base, and I'm talking hardcore fan base, like, nigga, you got a show 40 miles away, nigga, they catching a Greyhound, you know, like that type of shit. Like, those fans will always be there because you fuck with them from day one. And
fuck one,
you know, fuck. I use the term fuck with them to be like, you identify with your fan base, but you identify on a personal level. You talk to them. You know, you don't even talk to them, bro. You hang out with them. Like, these are people that support you. Not only support you, but they believe in what you do. And I think that's what we have to get, you know, in our minds as we push this Glow project. Like, it's not about releasing music and blasting it on Twitter and hoping somebody retweets it and reblogs it on Tumblr and shit like that. You know, we got to get out and touch people, man. We got to get out and touch people because what I'm getting to with music is that it's certain artists that I will always buy their product from. Always. I am like the fucking pirate king. You know, I'll bootleg your shit in a minute.
I'm not saying that, but he is, though.
I mean, you know, I'm just being honest with you, bro. I will bootleg your shit because if I don't believe in what you do, your shit kind of
be honest, but within the realms of not incriminating myself.
Okay, time out. You know, I know a nigga that's the pirate king. You know,
I haven't done anything.
This nigga, me neither. You know what I'm saying? But
innocent. And to prove him guilty. Find me, nigga. That's all I gotta say. Prove it. In the court of law.
In the court of
General attorney, nigga.
There's a General Ham.
Matlock, nigga. I'm gonna have Matlock on my team, nigga. Just come get me.
That nigga Matlock. I'm
standing here with Matlock right now. You know what I'm talking about?
Nigga dead, bro.
Matlock dead? Bro, oh my gosh, bro.
Show's in black and white. Of course he's dead.
We finna go to the graveyard, bro. Okay, podcast is about to shut down right now.
We finna dig up Matlock, bro.
No, I'm not gonna dig. I'm not gonna disrespect Matlock. I'm finna go to his grave and lay down some roses.
Well, what I'm saying is, man, it's you kind of got me. I was like, what was I saying?
He's basically saying that
it's okay to be an independent artist, and it's okay to garner that specific niche fan base. Like, it's okay, man. You make music for a specific crowd. You have a purpose. People identify with this purpose. Me, when I listen to Kendrick Lamar, I get it. I don't identify wholly with his purpose about, you know, kids being lost from the 80s, even though we're all lost. I mean, just be honest. But it's like, you know, I kind of identify with him. That's why I support him. I buy his records. I buy Ab-Soul's records. You know, he's just a smart dude, just rambling. That's kind of like me sometimes. So I identify with these people. And to the artists out there, there's gonna be people that identify with you, and those people are your core fan base. Fuck's trying to make this hit record type of shit. That's not how you operate, bro. That's not how you make yourself a successful business as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you come out, like, let's say if you come out underground and you got like these great records and shit, and then you make this big pop record, and all of a sudden you on everybody's list. You know what you have to do after that? You have to make another big pop record, and another big pop record, and another, because the beast is never full, bro. Mm-hmm. The machine will always keep trying to make you repeat and repeat that same success.
Well, I always say this is the interesting thing. Is people always have decisions. Mm-hmm. You have the decision to do whatever you want to do. So if you continue to make the same whack music over and over again, just for capital, I mean, that's kind of just your decision. Nobody's making you drop terrible albums. Nobody's making you, even after coming from underground and you're a cold artist, and then you making just weak songs after you sign. Well, totally, yeah, just totally your fault. And you know, it's not something I can say. I can say that it's accredited just to a record label. It's got to be accredited to the person also, because you the one that had to bend. You the one that had to bend and bend over and do all that nonsense.
You the one that eventually signed on the dotted line, so you got that contractual obligation to make whack music. So it's like Lupe Fiasco. Like, this nigga was hot shit.